everybody, how you doing? I'm just gonna wait a minute and just double check and make sure I'm actually going live and hopefully in the right place. And I also want to share this video to a couple of places. And see how we're doing here. I don't know if you can hear, but the birds are chirping outside, which is a nice thing to hear. I get to hear it every morning, and not in a bad way, in a good way. Yes, I just touched my face, but it's just me here. It's a horrible habit, but I gotta get better at it. Hey Jody, there she is, my friend Jody. So, I'm actually going to Chalk Go Live today. I've been doing a lot of things with my team. We have a chalk party. We've been having a chalk party every weekend for the last, oh gosh, 3 or 4 weekends, and it's been a lot of fun and just an amazing experience. So hey Dory and Jody. Yes, so I'm gonna do a couple of quick projects today. Well, maybe not so quick because I haven't even opened my page yet to see if they need stirred and all that. So we can just talk while we're doing all that. But I'm going to be working on a couple of projects. One kind of well, first let me show you what I've been doing. So here's one project we did. This is what I did during one of our chalk parties that we had on our team page. This pillow, this is a Chalk Couture surface. So on this one I used the color Regal ink. Oh, you should see the back of the shirt. I used Regal ink. Oh, is that the right one? Yeah, Regal Couture, coral, white, and shimmer silver on this pillow. Then on this guy, which I love this guy, the octopus, I did a blue, darker blue, a white, and the silver. Isn't that cool? I love it. I've already made one of these and it actually sold at a show, so. And then I made this one kind of to put in the middle of it as a display, sort of ocean kind of beachy theme. So let me put these aside. I'll come back. Show you some other things I've been working on for shows and stuff when we get back to our new normal. I'm going to move that light so I don't flip over. Here's another thing I did last weekend. Actually, this one was last weekend. This is one of our handbags. And yes, I am. I did the Namaste elephant, and this one I did in Tide and I think shimmer silver. So yeah, on this side it says Namaste, on the other side it says good vibes only. So today what I'm going to be working on is, I struggled a lot with a certain board. This board I chalked on originally when I first started in Chalk Couture. I did it when I was with my sister, and that's 2 years ago, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I combined like 3 or 4 transfers and it kind of looked just not really put together. So what I want to put on it, everybody said put pantry on it, but I'm changing my mind. And here's what I'm going to go put on it. Go jump in a lake. This is like a key holder. And the reason I'm doing it on this board is because, the reason I'm doing go jump in a lake was, first of all, when this first came out, this was what my dad told me most of my life as a kid. So this kind of hits home for me. So I'm going to do this, and I'm probably going to ombre it a little bit. And before I do that one, I'm going to take off this and put this on it. And I'm going to do them both ombre because I need to practice up on my technique before I get to the big board, because that's the one I really want to keep. So I'm going to raise up the camera, well maybe not, yeah, and then tilt it down and just kind of see what you guys can see, because I want you to be able to see everything. So I need to do some moving around of the camera here. So hold on with me just for 1 second. Okay, yay! Thank you, everybody. Okay, first I want to teach you, and we're just going to act like everybody here doesn't know how to chalk, but we know most of you do. So first we're going to clean off this surface, and Chalk Couture came out with this amazing little tool. Oh, the other thing I did was I inked a bunch of towels on one of our calls. So first I'm going to Anyway, so I'm going to show you a fairly new tool from Chalk Couture, but I absolutely love it. This has been on there for probably since December, and I'm just going to spray it with water. And because it's been on a while, I'll let that sit for a second. And then what I'm going to do is, this is our paste scraper. Amazing tool. And I'm just going to scrape it off, like you would your windshield or some paint. And this idea was submitted to Chalk Couture, and so Laura, one of the people in Chalk Couture product development, when she saw the suggestion, then she goes out and finds a way to come up with something that would work for as far as that suggestion goes, which is a cool job. So she figures out how to develop. Then if there's any problems with our product, she also gets to deal with how to fix them and things like that. So this has a little bit of, I can still see, oh now it's going away. Let's spray it one more time with water. Isn't that fun? I love it. So next I'm going to work on the ombre technique, but first I need to pick out some colors for this, so I'm going to do maybe a gray and a white. Wait. Oh, then gray. Oh, there we go. I got them all right there. So, need to stir these all up, I'm sure. Started here doing a little stirs. How's everybody doing? What are you up to today? And what are you going to not do when they reopen the world? What are one of the things that you're like, yeah, I'm glad this happened because now I can get rid of what? What is it that you're going to get rid of in your life that is no longer serving you? That's my question to you. Okay, so there's my blue, my navy. Here's a gray that I kind of made on my own. And how did I do that? Well, maybe not. This one's Storm. Maybe it's the other gray I want. Let me try the other one. Yeah, this is a mixture of white and gray, so it's a little bit lighter. And I am just going to, I'm gonna not, oh, Jody, you didn't finish your, not zero. You're gonna not zero? I don't get it. You're gonna have to explain yourself. Okay, so I'm just stirring this up, and what I want, this has been sitting for a while, so I don't need to add water in it, but I do need to stir it pretty good to get it the consistency of basically a yogurt. And I know there's different consistencies of yogurt, but in general, you know, you want it a little bit runny. There you go, girl. You've never done much of that anyway, Jody. All right, so my gray's ready, and I think I'm gonna, oh, I don't know if I want to, yeah, might as well. So So this is a combination of a bunch of, no, that's not. I'll put that back. That's what I'm gonna do. Put it back, put it back. Here's a darker gray. I don't know about that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get a white. Got a couple of whites here. I'll try to get the one that's most ready to go. Oh, let's see about that one. Okay, that one doesn't work. I'll grab this other one. I say I don't care, but I do, and my life is too short to worry about it anymore. Love more, worry less. Yes, absolutely. So next I'm going to stir up the white, and it's actually in pretty good shape too. Probably add a little bit of a spritzer. So everybody, if you could just drop in the comments where you're joining me from, and if you're interested in joining my VIP group, I will do specials from time to time and offer some bundles. Sometimes I just offer bundles, sometimes I offer discounted bundles. It's just a matter of what's going on and what's happening. So if you want to join my VIP group, just type in VIP, or you can do Chalk to Crafts VIP and do a search and then just request to join. Either one is fine. Okay. I think I might go this way. Blue, great. I don't know, what do you guys think? Let's see. Alright, I think I lost everybody. I'm not sure. Okay, here we go. See a little bit of ghosting. So I'm going to spray it one more time and use our magic board eraser to get it off all the way. Like I said, it's been on there for a while. And I just spritzed it with water, that's all. I think because either my internet's bad or other people's internets are bad, they're all hopping off except for Jody. Jody's still here. But I'm just going to keep going. And I'll dry it off a little bit more. So our pastes are all water soluble, so you definitely want to make sure this is dry. Okay, next thing is the transfer I'm going to put on it. Be bold, be brilliant. Yes, I can speak. Actually, let me move this so it's out of it. There's no more glare. That might look a little bit better. Okay, so I'll just put that down there. Alrighty. So I'm just going to put this on my shirt a couple of times. Oh, actually it's not super sticky, but it's sticky. So that's a good thing. We like that. And I'm just going to get it centered. Actually, I'm going to line this up on the top of the board because there's a stand that goes with this. And this will make sure that my writing doesn't disappear in the stand. I need to find my glasses now. Hold on one second, let me grab them. Yay! Thanks for coming back. If you left. The weather is perfect in Arizona right now. It's in the 70s, which we love. I don't know about you guys, but I love the 70s. Spring is my favorite time of year. I also like fall, but when I like fall, I like it in New England or Washington State because you can see the trees change colors. Okay, going backwards. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to line it up with the edge of the surface because of the stand. It's a little bit crooked. What are you guys doing today? Drop it in the comments. Let me know what you're up to. I have been cooking actual meals, so normally when I'm home I sort of do more sandwiches and nachos and things like that are super fast and super easy. But since this all happened, what I did was I signed up for HelloFresh, and I have wow, that is so exciting, Jody. I'm so excited for you guys that he's retiring. He can always work somewhere else, but I love that he's getting out of that. So I ordered HelloFresh, and it's been a lot of fun to just get back to cooking. Not that I've ever had, like, when I cooked a lot in Washington State, it was mostly for dinner parties where my friends were coming over and things like that. I would research a meal. It was a lot of fun. And I haven't been doing that because I've been traveling so much, and I don't know. There's reasons why, I guess. But okay, so I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna start with the blue, and I'm just gonna put it right here. And see how it goes. Then when I scrape this off, I'm going to have to actually scrape it into a different container because the colors will have merged, and I don't want that in my solid colors. I don't want to mix up these colors. I do I actually mix colors quite a bit, not as preference, but as sometimes I've let my paste go too long before they dry up a little bit, so then I put them in a little mixer, and I can show you that a little bit. And with that mixer, what I do sometimes is, if my paste have dried out too much, I will put them in the mixer and make a new color. But like I said, that's only, I don't do that on purpose. I do that as a necessity after, and I need to hurry a little bit because you don't want these to dry. So I'm only going to do one section of words at a time, because when you're working with paste, you have to move a little quicker, because if it dries, it actually dries on the screen. So when you pull up, it comes up with the screen. And we don't want that to happen here. So I'm just going to do this, and then pull up this section of words here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what they call ombre. And I think what I'm going to do is just pull the blue down into the white. And as I go back up, some of the white will, yeah, I think I'm going to stick with what I was doing. I liked it better. So when I'm done with this, I'm just going to scrape it off and put it on a paper plate, and we'll see what it looks like. Alright, so get one of these squeegees here. Oh, I don't want that one. This one. And I'm just going to scrape it off and put it on the paper plate. Scrape it off one more time just to make sure I don't have any streaks. And I'm only concerned about the screen. I'm not concerned about any of this other stuff. So next what I do is I pull it up. And you want to make sure you pull equally from each side. This is similar to fabric in that it has a little bit of bias to it. So you don't want to pull it up by the corners. So next I'm going to blow dry this. I don't know if you guys can see that. On cool. And this will help dry it before I get to my next part, my next section of letters. And the reason I want it to be on cool is I don't want it to dry too fast. Hey Betty, hey Cindy, how you guys doing? Hey Christy Wright, how are you? And that's probably good enough. Don't need to dry it too long. Now I do notice a little whoopsie right here, but I'm going to take a Swisper, which is the makeup thing, and I'm just going to get it slightly damp by sticking it in my mouth, and then I'll come up and clean this area where it actually bled through the screen. I didn't have the screen pushed down hard enough, so that's why it did that. So now I'm just going to let go of it. If it wants to go down, fine, but I'm not going to push it. I actually might, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to put this under it so that I don't drop any paste onto that screen, or onto what I've already done. I'm just going to put that down and let it sort of protect it. Okay, now we're going to move on to gray. And we're going to put a little bit of this gray on. And then we're going to go blue again. And I'm working too slow, I can tell that a little bit by... But this is not going to dry on me. If you notice something's dried on you and you've already pulled up the screen, you can always put the screen back down. Take a little lick of your finger and kind of push on that area, and that will help it to reactivate the moisture on the screen. Okay, we're just going to go with some blue real quick. Oops, I almost went down to the next section. Gotta be careful right there. I think last time I had just too much paste on. So I'm gonna fix this a little bit more. Hopefully you guys can see that. If not, I can actually lower that a little bit. I'm gonna do that right now. Well, I'll do it after this section. Okay, so I'm gonna lick a different finger because I don't want blue right on the start of it. It's getting dry, so I better hurry. Running out of fingers to lick. This one's going to be a little more swirly than the other one just because I'm running out of time. Okay. So there's one section there. I'm going to lick one more time here. It's dried and it's pulling up the screen, so I just lick it and pull up. Oh, I actually like the way that looks. That's pretty cool. Hey Jill, how are you doing? Alright, now I need to clean out my fingers. Got them very painted up. So I'm going to lower this a little bit more so you guys can see better what I'm doing. Just 1 second here. Alright, so that's actually already drying, but I'm going to go ahead and hit it with the cool blow dryer just to be safe. If you guys wouldn't mind liking, if you wouldn't mind sprinkling the love on Facebook, I sure would appreciate it. Okay, next we're going to go back to blue and white, and I'm going to put this in here just so I don't have any whoopsies. The best thing about this is if you make a mistake, you can just do it over again. So this time I'm going to go white and then blue here. Hey Jill, how you doing? I sure hope things get back to normal so you can get back to work, right? Okay, these I'm gonna have to move really fast on because these letters are thinner. The screen area is thinner and it's more likely to dry on me because of that. So get blue, come in with some blue here. Okay. I'm just trying to push it through the screen, that's all we do here. And let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and do a cleanup swipe on that. And now I'm gonna merge them. Merge. Okay, and these all are gonna look a little bit different because I've just done differently as far as how I worked with my fingers. What do you guys think? I think I need to redo the bottom one, but I'll do that another time. I'm gonna go wash this real quick. Sprinkled, thank you Jody. Thank you for sprinkling the love. Just gonna rinse off this screen real quick and then I'll be right back for the other project. I forgot how much that blue really sometimes sticks to your hands. Okay. So that's that one. Tell you my thank you Jody. All right, next we're gonna go on to the project I'm really excited about, and set that right there. This one up. Oh, here we go. That transfer's a good one. Which one? Which transfer, Jody? The go jump in a lake or the be bold, be brilliant? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid back on the gray. So before I do this, just a little heads up teaching. First I'm gonna turn this over. And before I close it up, I'm gonna clean off the sides real good so it has a good seal. Scrape off my scraper. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a wipe and come around here and just clean off the edge of the lid. And that will keep it a little bit tighter seal, especially here in Arizona. And then what I'm going to do is spritz a little bit of water on it. There's about 4 spritzes there. And then I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to make sure it's a nice tight seal. Oh yeah, so the Go Jump in the Lake is a little sentimental for me. Before I do that, I need to write on, I don't put the backing on the wrong side. Sadly, that's happened to me least once. So I don't want it to happen again. My dad told me it is literally most of my childhood. So, like I said, this surface was one of the very first surfaces I ever chalked on, and so when I did it originally, it just didn't look right. It kind of I mixed too many transfers, and so it looked funny. So now I'm going to go through and so I erased this, and I was actually going to put some pantry things on it, and then I remembered I had this transfer, which I absolutely love. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to flip it over and go from there. And one of the tricks about putting a transfer down, especially on fabric, is to do it as you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fuzz this as I go a little bit, just to de-stick it a little. That's a word that Tarina Matthews came up with, de-stickify, and I have used it ever since I learned it because I love it. Okay, let's put it down. Ooh, this is going to be a tricky one. Actually, I'm just going to undo it and then I'll struggle with getting it on where I want it to go. So I'm going to take some of the sticky off this a little bit. Okay. Set that aside. Okay. The main thing I want to make sure is that this ore is not cut off in any way. I love that ore. Should I ombre this or hot mess it? I kind of like both ideas. What do you guys think? Tell me something good. I think I'm the only one on here now. Down this side because I can kind of line up the straightness part. And then you would straight chalk but do different colors, okay? I could do that. I could straight chalk. So I'm still thinking about doing the blue, grays, and whites. And I was going to do the ore in a hot mess gray and white or a streaked gray and white. Either way. Right now I'm just making sure to smooth this all down so that I don't have any bubbles, because bubbles will lead to blobs. globs are not good. I'm just feeling with my hands. We actually have several tools that you could use with this, but I kind of like being able to feel it myself and go from there. So I think I'll hot mess gray and white on the ore, but the rest I'll do. I like that idea of doing a blue, like a white, a gray. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Lighter blue on the letters. I think this blue is too dark to see. I love navy, but it's too dark to see on this project. So I have a couple of options that my friend Jody would love. I could do Nantucket. No, do I have Nantucket? What do I have? I have Peacock. I have Nantucket that may or may not be Nantucket. It may just be a mixture of colors, but I'm pretty sure that's Nantucket. And then I also have an exclusive one that we got at Leadership Day at convention. So maybe I'll just do this in white. Any votes? Nantucket. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back and do this board with a different blue, this one here, because I noticed that it's hard to see the brilliant down there. Okay. Votes for colors. This one's more of a grayish blue that we got at, maybe it was Leadership this year. Yeah, it was Leadership this year we got this color. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's not a peacock and it's not a Nantucket. It's got more gray hues to it. So maybe instead of using a gray, I could use that, or I could add a gray in. There's a different gray that I made. No, it's not. I don't know if that's a gray I made or one we used to have. So I'm gonna start off with Nan. What do you guys think? Should I put Nantucket or Peacock? I think Nantucket's more beachy, and then do a blue and a white. I'll start with the blue and see what it go from here. I also like this color because it does have gray, but it doesn't really match this one as much. So I'll pull that one out and then we'll just work our way through. Alright. It hasn't been opened in a while, so I'm just gonna stir it to get some of the pigment that's risen to the top. Blend it in a little bit better. And this is a little chunky because, like I said, sometimes when these sit for a while, they can get that way, but it doesn't matter, it will still work. It's a little thick too, so I'm going to spritz it with some water. Keep stirring. And once again, if you could sprinkle, and also if you're interested in my VIP group, just search out Chalk Couture Crafts VIP, or you could actually just type VIP in the comments and I will get you added. Send an invitation. Okay. So I'm just gonna chalk go, and then I will probably reevaluate colors then. So here we go. And I will pull it probably as I go. Once I get the O done, I'll probably lift that up a little bit. scrape off the excess, which I love about Chalk Couture. There's not a lot of waste. Got some clumps I gotta get off there. And I'm just gonna lightly pull it up and see if anything's dried. Nope, it's looking good. And I did pull from an angle there, but I wasn't really stretch pulling. You know, it wasn't, I fuzzed it enough that it wasn't sticking. Now I'm gonna blow dry that just a little bit dry, because I don't want it to come right up. And I'm drying with a cool blow dryer. Not that it's cool like hip, but cool in temperature. Alright. Gotta give me some humor. Okay, I'm just gonna put some on pretty generously, and then I will squeegee the excess off in a second. I tend to move in a place where I like to do it all at the same time, especially with smaller projects. I will just put what I think the right amount would be down, and usually I'm pretty correct, but sometimes not. Okay. Scrape off some excess. And then next I will just pull it up gently, looking to see if there's anywhere that needs fixed. Looks good. Okay. I'm gonna blow dry my G. I like it, Jody. Sounds like a plan. Okay, now we're gonna move on to Jump, which will be in white. Thank you, Jody, for the color consultation. All right. Just going to grab this. Yes. Wipe it off. So yeah, so I was saying earlier, I have been cooking way more than normal for me. Oh, you know what? I need to, this has been sitting for a while, so I'm going to just spritz it with a little bit of white water. Yes, very beachy colors. That's what I like about it. These are also, I've learned late in life that I used to think that was my favorite color, but when I'm quilting and when I'm doing this, I do a lot of blues. I didn't realize that until somebody pointed it out to me. Most likely one of my sisters. They're like, well, you say you like this, but you sure do use a lot of blues. And I'm going kind of with a thick coat right now, because I'm just going to come back and squeegee it off and make it a thinner coat. I'm just going to make sure it's nice and thick. Yep. Well, teal's kind of a blue-green to me, so it's still one of my blues. When I stack my paste, I don't put it in the green section. I stick it in the blues. Okay. Next, it's time to squeegee it off. So I'm just gonna go. Oh, got a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that up, that P. Looks good. And now I'm going to go on to the M. At this point you need to make sure you're not bumping into the other colors, because if you drag it on your squeegee it will go through the screen and you'll see it. Luckily that hasn't happened to me yet on this project. Okay. Oops. Well, poop. We'll fix that. My screen folded on itself this way. That's alright. We'll fix it in a minute. So now I'm just going to do the J and the U all at once. Because they are so close together, it makes sense to do it that way. And I'm going to come by and just scrape off some excess. Back in the jar. And pull my screen up. Okay. So a couple little issues I got to deal with that are not on my project, but they're on my screen. So first I'm going to blow dry and then we'll take care of those issues. Let's see. Just up and go wonky. Actually, I'm going to lay it down all the way. Okay. Okay, next thing I need to do is fix my whoopsies. When I folded it over, it got some blue on there, and so that's going to be pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to scrub the screen, and then come back here and take it off. There we go. Gotta do the same right here with this one. Hey, accidents happen, right? Especially when you're dealing with bigger transfers. Not worried about that one, but I may scrape through it, so I better wipe it off anyway. I don't want my scraper to come through with blue and gray on it. Okay. I'm gonna dry this again. So when I lay this back down, because I pulled it up so far, I need to make sure it goes down and lays without any bubbles in that silk screen. Okay. Alrighty, next with gray. There's a dark gray and a light gray. I think I'm going to go with I also could do a silver, but that's too bright probably. Got two different grays I'm trying to decide on here. This one's a lot darker. Oh, no it's not. It's actually lighter. Let's see if I can find even a lighter gray that I've made maybe. Let's see what I got in my little cart here. That might be it for grays. So, yeah, that one's lighter. I don't have all the new colors because I still have a lot of old colors in my stash. So, yeah, double check this here. Okay, I'm gonna get, let's see. So I'm gonna just spritz this a little bit. Just to get it back to that yogurt consistency. Yeah, I think it's gonna be light enough too, Jody. I mean, I could add some white to it and do it on a tray, but I think I'm good. They have a lighter gray now called Greige that's pretty good. I like it a lot. But like I said, I don't have that open because I have two things to store in here. I probably will try to get my hands on it before they go get rid of it again, or get rid of it. So, all right, here we go. Use one of these old retired squeegees so that I can go. This one's a little bit wider than our small squeegee that we have now. It's perfect in situations like this, or if you want to cut it up and make it, cut it into quarters. It's good for detail work. We did that before we had the multi-tool. Now that we have the multi-tool, a lot of people just use the multi-tool. Okay. Alright, that went beautifully. So I'm now just going to lay this down. Off the excess over here in the jar. Alrighty, we're making progress, folks. We are making some progress. I actually like the way that looks. What do you guys think? Okay, we're going to go back with Nantucket now. I'm going to put Nantucket on the next line. Yeah, that looks good. I'm digging that. Digging it, digging it. Okay, next is Lake. Alright, this is going to be Nantucket. I think we're good on... I think it's sticking fairly well. Stir up the Nantucket, spritz it with some water since it's been sitting. I'm just stirring it here. I like to wipe off my squeegees between uses. I think it just gives it a little bit smoother. Makes it smoother when you're going to scrape them off or squeegee off the excess. I think it just does a better job. So oops. Okay, I'm going to just lift this up here real quick. I don't want that to dry on me, and it was looking like it was going to dry, so I'm going to go ahead and blow dry it. Gonna let that part fall back down, but this part I'm actually gonna smooth with my hands here, just to make sure there's no air pockets. Okay. John, did Dad ever tell you to go jump in a lake? Or was that just reserved for me? I heard it a lot growing up. That's all I know. My poor dad. All of us kids, you know. Okay. Hey, Jody. You're right though, it is, I love watching Cindy chalk because she just, something about her voice makes me relaxed. Okay, there we go. Oh. Okay, so just gonna push that down a little bit, make sure we're good. Probably gonna do these two together really fast, maybe. And I'm gonna try to do a weathered look on my ore down here. So it's gonna be gray and white and hot mess. So what we call the hot mess technique. Hopefully it just doesn't turn brown. Alright, wow, this is going great. Okay, I'm going to just lay this down, and because this is the last time I'm using the glue, I'm just going to clean up a little bit, not over the project so I don't make a mistake. Right? Yeah, Cindy Gamble's amazing chalker, and she will put you to sleep because her voice is relaxing. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a couple of spritz on top here for the Nantucket. Drop my squeegee over here, put a lid on it. That one's done for the day, at least for now. And the white and gray I'm still gonna use, but I need to clean off these squeegees. Is that the Crafty Cat? Oh no, it's not the Crafty Cat. Hey Jolene. Almost done with this. This is the saying my dad told me most of my life. And your dad probably told you too, Jolene. Go jump in the lake. Mind you, we live in Arizona. There is no lake. Basically, it was that or go fly a kite. He told me that a lot too. Now wind we had, but we did not have water much near us. Okay, so I'm going to just let this. We're good. Okay, there's a little drop of gray on here that I'm gonna just wash off real quick. Even though we're using gray in this, I don't want this to somehow be a blotch on it. So I'm just gonna scrub it off. It did get on the silk screen. And I'll just blow dry it real quick. Jolene, how are you doing up there in Albuquerque? You guys still on lockdown too? Okay. So I'm just gonna again make sure that screen is pushed down tight onto my chalkboard and that there's no bubbles. See, there's a little bit of one going on there. Glad I did that. Jolene is my niece and she lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think that's where you still live, right, Jolene? Alright, so we're just going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of that and hopefully come up with a hot mess look. And this is a little thicker than it normally is, and that was intentional because I want it to look like the grain of some wood, sort of, if that makes sense. A little bit more white down here. Oops, not gonna work. Okay, next I'm going to do the same thing with the gray. Then we're just going to kind of swirl them together a little bit as we go. As we move, I'll be moving my squeegee slightly left to right, and that will make it look a little bit more like wood grain, I think. If it doesn't work, I can always take it off and do it a solid color. So there's always that. But I kind of want, I love the way this is laying down. It's exactly what I thought in my head as I was thinking about how to do this. Okay, next we go. Now what we scrape up, we have to put on a throwaway tray because we can't put it back in the jar. So put this over here. All right, you guys ready? Here you go. Alright. Scrape it off. I've got a lot of color on there, so I want to. Just going to take a peek. Oh, I love it! Oh my gosh. What do you think of that? Show me some love in the heart section. If you love it. You don't have to do it if you don't like it. Woo, I love it. I love, 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 love it. I love this. I don't know what you guys think, but woohoo, I love it. Yes, it's the perfect size. I was originally going to do a whole bunch of different things that said pantry and forks and spoons and stuff, but it didn't feel right. So I've been sitting on it for a while till I finally decided this is the perfect size for this board. So anyway, let me hold it up for you. I'll move the camera. Hopefully. Here's my project, and right down here are some hooks for keychains. So I'm super stoked about it. Looky there, looky there. I love it. I think I'm gonna redo the other board. I'm not really happy with the dark navy. It didn't pop as much as I wanted to. But for now, that's it for me. You guys have a good day. And make sure that if you were interested in Chalk Couture, you could join my VIP group. Whether you were a designer before or and you're not a designer now, you could join. But I know you've got other things going on, Jody. But also, if you just want to go on there and see the bundles I put together, things like that, everybody please just drop VIP in the comments or type in the Facebook search bar, Chalk, the number 2, crafts, and then VIP. All right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get closer to that oar. I think the oar looks amazing. Anyway, that's it. Love you guys. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please click on the subscribe button and then hit the bell icon. And don't forget to visit my website. Thank you.